further preview that massive matchup against Pepperdine, ranked teams, conference title on the line, is the head coach of 12th-ranked BYU women's soccer, Jen Rockwood, fresh off a 3-0 win at Portland. Coach, congratulations on the most recent win, and
camo.
the swag is looking on point.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Big weekend for us. Everybody's going right now, but we're playing for a WCC championship. So super excited. It's a senior night, celebrate our seniors. Got some alumni coming, so it's going to be a great weekend.
Well, Colonel Rockwood, I wanted to talk to you about the stakes here of this game. So obviously it's coming down to the wire. You're tied with Santa Clara, 21 points apiece. If you win, you get at least a share of the conference championship. Obviously disappointing to lose to Santa Clara, but a lot on the line, an opportunity to improve your seeding and win a championship, which I know is a huge goal of the program, and then hopefully host at least the first round, which feels like it's going to happen, and go from there. So the stakes couldn't really be higher right now, right?
That's right. I mean, when you start the season, all you really want is to play for an opportunity to win the conference championship and get yourself in the NCAA tournament. And this team has really challenged itself year in and game in, game out, traveled a lot, played some tough opponents, and we're right where we want to be. We have the opportunity to win the WCC, on Southfield, on senior night. Everything's in our control. And so, that's what we play for. And we're really excited. Pepperdine's a great team. They've had their best season in a really long time. I think their RPI is around 12 or 13, so it'd be a huge win for us. I think if we come out and play our style, we can get the job done, no question.
Jennifer Rockwood, the head coach of BYU Women's Soccer on BYU Sports Nation. Let's dive into what this win would mean for your NCAA tournament status a little bit more. Let's say BYU wins this, you clinch at least a share of the conference championship. You already mentioned the RPI at Pepperdine. What type of RPI boost would this give to you, and would you feel confident in earning a seed if you win this game?
You never know what the NCAA is going to do come selection time. We've always typically got some tough draws, but I believe that if we can beat Pepperdine, obviously a very high RPI win for us. I don't know that it would punch us up into the seeding. We didn't get results. The Santa Clara and obviously Utah State a while ago will drag our RPI down a little bit. But, I think we would have an opportunity to at least host a first round game. And then we see where it goes from there. We've played really well recently on the road. We're scoring lots of goals. Got a really great group, a great starting lineup. Great supporting cast coming off the bench. I mean, 3 of our goals against Portland were off the bench the other day. And we just are really looking forward to it. We don't know what the NCAA will do. We just want to get there and play whoever they match us up with.
When are we going to get a metric that's better than RPI? Because RPI sucks. BYU's 30th. But you're not the 30th best team in the country. Obviously, the polls are different. That's opinion. RPI is an antiquated metric. We need to get something else, because then you would be properly rewarded instead of the committee looking at this metric, 30, and it's like, no, look at who BYU's played, look at the efficiency of the offense, and BYU should be a seed, in my completely biased opinion.
Yeah, me too. But yes, they are supposed to look at all those different metrics, but it has proven the RPI has been used and valued quite heavily in the past. And, you don't have a ton of control over that. Some of the teams that you scheduled to play don't have as good a seasons as maybe you originally thought. I definitely believe we're one of the top 20 programs in the country right now, if not higher. Want a chance to prove that, certainly. But again, not much we can do at this point. Get ourselves to the tournament, hopefully play one more game on Southfield and then head out to wherever they put us, and have a lot of confidence in this team. Our ability to score goals is phenomenal. And I don't think many teams that would be face to place have seen a team quite like ours.
Jen Rockwood on BYU Sports Nation. I'm going to commission Jarom right now to create that new metric.
Ain't nobody got time for this. I want someone else to do it. I'd be happy to work with him on
that, the Soccer Power Index. So we'll get on that. In the meantime, I do want to focus on the seniors, because as you mentioned, it's an emotional senior night, chance to win a conference championship. What have the seniors meant to your team, specifically leading off Michaela Coulihan and Cameron Tucker?
It's always a tough time of year, at least for us as coaches, our staff, having spent so much time and energy with these fantastic players and young women who have done such a tremendous job in supporting our program and, bringing us to a national level. Certainly Kayla has had a phenomenal career, one of the best players to have ever worn a BYU jersey, has led this team on and off the field, such a tremendous role model, and a captain for us. Also Cameron Tucker, who has had a stellar senior season, one of the top goal scorers in the country, along with Kayla. You have our other captain, Cass, in goal, who has also done a phenomenal job. She's been with the program for 7 years and had ups and downs through her career with injuries. Everybody's faced adversity, but also celebrated such fun times. And it's a great time to honor our seniors. We also have Ashton that will be finishing up her career, and McKaylee Moore, who will be finishing up hers. So obviously Grace Johnson, who was a transfer and got a little extra year with us because of COVID. So COVID has kept these seniors around an extra year, and as a coaching staff, we couldn't be more proud to be a part of their career and honoring them tonight or tomorrow night, and hopefully with a WCC championship.
That'd be a nice way to go out. And then a first-round game. I should mention, still number one in scoring offense, most goals per game in the country, which is incredible. Get out to Southfield and watch this team. Cameron Tucker's third, and Michaela Coulihan's 11th in goals per game. That's just insane. So at this point, do you feel like you're going to host a first-round game in the NCAA tournament, and then you'll probably, if you win that, go out on the road for a second-rounder?
That is our plan right now. That is what we're looking forward to. We know so much of it will rely on how we play tomorrow night. So, everybody going to the football game, hopefully they'll stop by Southfield on their way home and come support this phenomenal team. One of the best attacking team BYU soccer has ever put together. And the plan is to, score a bunch of goals against one of the top teams in the country right now for the WCC championship.
Now, speaking of football, the BYU football community on social media and in-house are very excited about a recruit that has announced that he is coming to BYU. We can't mention his name specifically until everything has been cleared by compliance. But, Jen, now that I think about it, you're used to these high-level recruits picking BYU women's soccer. So what's the advice you have for the guys over at the football offices to bring in more of these high-level recruits? Because you've been doing it for a long time.
Well, it's all about the recruits. It's all about the players. It doesn't matter what kind of coach you are. If you don't have great players and great kids who are committed to your program and your university, you're not going to have a lot of success. So bringing in those players to wear the jersey and to be a part of the program is what makes a program. So, yes, with the National Letter of Intent signing coming up for football and for soccer, we'll be adding 8 new players to our roster for our future. They'll be a huge part of what we'll be doing in the future.
Oh, we're looking forward to that. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma as you compete for a conference championship tomorrow. You know what to do with it. Share the love. Make sure you have your conversation with Cam Tucker. That's going to be important. We'll be watching that.
Always.
Jen,
Always.
It's great to have you on the show. We appreciate all you do.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate what you do. Appreciate it.
Head coach of BYU women's soccer, Jennifer Rockwood, number 12 team in the country,
in the
number 1 scoring team in the country.
Number 1 in your heart, Spence.